This is probably the best place for him to be. No one's gonna look for him in prison. Yeah, all of these people scare me. Oh, no way, you're communicating? That is awesome. He's back. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to Andor Season 1, Episode 8. Now, the last episode sets up a lot for, I guess, the next arc. Andor's been shoved in prison for doing absolutely nothing, and he's going to be stuck there for 6 years. I doubt it'll be able to hold him there that long, or at least I hope it won't. We know Vel is currently after him, because Luthen is instructed to take care of any loose ends, so that'll be interesting to see how that will play out. But the last episode was just so good in almost distracting you from what episode 6 did. Like, everyone died, and Andor didn't process it. It was just him continually running away from everything Empire, everything Rebellion. He's just trying to get away from it all. We got to see the flashback of how his father died and what the Empire did to him. And now it feels like Andor's been shoved in kind of the same situation. The droid, when he was arrested, was constantly repeating, "hang." Like, it's so obvious that that's exactly what Andor was feeling in that moment, that he is about to have the same fate as his father, which is what he doesn't want. The flashback was just so perfect. The look that the two shared, basically telling Andor just to stay, do not get involved. He's listening to his father this entire time, trying not to fight, trying not to anger the Empire, just to live for his father's sake. And now that's kind of been messed up, and he might be put in the same situation. Of course, we've seen how the Empire is becoming more overbearing. We're seeing how Mon Mothma is trying to fight against it and is trying to expand her reach a little bit by including someone else in their little rebellion efforts. But we also went back to Marva, which was so heartbreaking but also beautiful, knowing that she was inspired by what Andor did inadvertently, and she doesn't even know it was Andor. But she is so done with the Empire. She's ready to fight. And I love the line where she was just talking about being able to walk through the square with a smile on her face after everything that happened. And of course, Andor can't tell her, and he's still just running from it all. But now I feel like this episode, or this arc, is either going to be him running away more, or it has to be a turning point. What can he run from? How can he run from it all when he's in prison? There's literally nowhere for him to run here. It's the perfect opportunity to have him finally turn around and want to fight in some way. Then again, how can he do it? I'm very curious to see what this arc's intention will be. I feel like it's wrong to try and guess, because this show always it doesn't do what I expect. The second arc didn't inspire him like I thought it would. The last episode didn't make him process anything at all. All of it has just been him running away from everything. That's what this has been emphasizing for so long. But now, he can't run. I feel like it's almost safe to assume that this has to start doing something for him. He can't run when being stuck in prison. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. If you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon, link will be in the description. Over there I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. But with that said, let's just dive on in. Okay, so we've seen what it's like outside of prisons and just as people are free. It's going to be so much worse inside prisons, isn't it? It's going to be even worse. Oh, I hate this so much. And just, I guess, the realism. Yep, got to keep up your cover. You're just transporting people like sheep and... Yep, not listening to a word. It's just horrible. Because I feel sorry for everyone here, but I do have to wonder which ones of them are actual criminals, because that sort of gets in there. There could be a murderer in there. Of course, Andor kind of is a murderer, but still. Which ones did nothing wrong and which ones did do wrong? I guess it just shows how it blurs the lines. How have you not gone insane yet from just doing this all day? Oh no, what's that? What are they doing? What do they want? That looks intimidating. They stopped at your one? Why? That's concerning. Why? Why? Oh, we're gonna get to the dehumanizing nature of this, aren't we? Shoes off. Let me just become numb. Yeah! Oh, I hate this so much. Restricting their freedom of movement. This is going to be traumatic. This is going to be awful. But then again, which ones of these... Does anyone deserve this? I think this is the question I need to ask. Does anyone deserve this kind of treatment? I feel like a serial murdering killer would. But, what about just regular people? I think it just goes to show how over the top the Empire's become. Or always has been.
I'm Lieutenant Dedra Mira. I'm the ISB supervisor for the Morlana sector.
You two are in the same room. Okay.
Both had our mornings interrupted because you keep submitting requests to the Bureau of Standards data center looking for Cassian Andor.
What? Oh dear, he's obsessed.
You've been at the Bureau of Standards for less than a month and you've filed 5 false inquiries.
6, actually.
Oh dude, this is telling you off.
Cassian Andor is a murderer and a threat to the Empire. I have been trying, with the limited tools available, to find him.
He's got such an inflated image of himself.
Here's what's happened, Cyril. You have engaged the curiosity of the ISB.
And now you're on their radar.
I'm just trying to clear my name.
One would think you'd want to leave Ferrix as far behind as possible.
One.
He's obsessive.
What's not in Lieutenant Blevins' report that I need to know?
I have no idea. I wasn't allowed to see the report.
You signed it.
I was given no choice.
Are you going to work together? This could be terrifying. No, this could give him power and authority. No! This could be it. I thought they'd be a good combo.
Give him Blevins' report. Let him read it. Keep him in there.
Of all days.
We have time.
Oh, yeah, I had a feeling that they'd work together, but this is... Yeah, he's going to be underneath her, but of course he's got this weird superiority complex. Would he even allow that? I guess maybe his obsession with Andor will keep him sort of in check, maybe, and working for her. But again, I think he has a liability. He might get in her way, and do I want it to do that? I think this would balance them out pretty well. Dedra, by herself, is just very capable, probably an unstoppable machine. Add Serial in there. I doubt it would go that well. He would probably hinder her. What on earth was that? What is this prison? Where are you? And what's this transport? Did you leave the planet at all? It's on the water. Okay, yep, can't escape then. Yeah, you can only escape by ship or boat, but it has whirlpools surrounding it, so boat's probably out of the question.
Stolen from the Steerguard Naval Yard last year. My full report highlights the prevalence of this problem galaxy-wide.
And she has her evidence.
I'm listening.
But not that intently.
The Starpath was left behind as he escaped the tactical team sent in to arrest him.
He's not interested at all. How do you grab his attention?
To a person we've named Axis, because of his centrality to what we believe to be an organized rebel effort to acquire specialized Imperial...
So they actually have a pinpointed sort of identity there, because that is where Luthen does fit in.
If someone there is talking, we need to be listening.
It's a large investment.
It's a fraction of the price of lost technology.
Fighting back? Oh, no. Bad move.
Identify Axis. They escaped together. It's the first, best lead we've had.
She is right.
Has convinced me that this Axis has been nimble in spreading his activities across the galaxy.
I mean, he's on Coruscant.
The little we are aware of is already troubling.
Yes, the fact that you don't know a lot is what should scare you.
Drill down, find Andor, and get a hunt started.
And now someone is trying to kill Andor as well. So now we have both the Rebellion and the Empire gunning for him. And currently the Empire does have him. This is probably the best place for him to be. No one's going to look for him in prison. No one can say that he's here apart from the woman that he was with, maybe. Or she can just say that he went missing. She might not know where he went. But of course, fake names. Oh, the white corridors are blinding. How come they get nice shoes? And leaving, yay. Okay, so now what?
Breathe deep, brother. This may be the last fresh air we ever taste.
Seriously? What? You serious? How much do you know about this prison?
This is an Imperial factory facility. You've
Not a
all
prison?
been assessed as labour-worthy.
It's a labour camp. It isn't even a prison. It's even worse.
Well, your floor manager will explain the details of our schedule and expectations.
Like, why do they have to be so evil about it? Why can't they just say stuff normally?
Now, those who've been incarcerated before will be surprised by the calm, sanitary conditions, minimally invasive enforcement techniques.
Oh, great. No. What kind of weird mind-bending things do they have here?
You risk standing before you without weapons.
They have no weapons? What is this? Ah, what in the world? That's a weapon! Well, I'm confused. What on earth was that?
You may start. That was level 1 of 3.
What does level 3 do?
Do your time productively, keep to your lane, and this needn't be more than a memory.
Was that, what did they do? Did they electrify the floor? Does that explain the special shoes? Okay, so this is going to be torture. Like, physical, actual torture. And they have weird, non-invasive techniques to keep people in line. Great!
Total lack of Imperial authority on Ferrix.
The fact that Andor obviously had an organized local cadre of accomplices.
He's going to be so useful to her.
The accomplice you encountered before they escaped. You told Lieutenant Blevin that Andor was in the company of an older man.
He's another loose end. He saw Luthen.
Grey
of course.
cloak, grey green.
His obsession with Andor, he won't remember Luthen at all.
I heard his voice. I'd recognize it.
Here's what we'll do, Mr. Khan. You'll stop filing requests for Andor.
You're now useless.
I will inform the Bureau of Standards that you were of service to the Empire today.
And now you're useless. Your one chance gone. Yay.
I was a good deputy inspector.
What do you mean? Is the right move?
I solved a double murder and found the killer in 2 days. It's overly ambitious, yes, but time was slipping away and the opportunity was real.
You're so desperate for this.
I wish you luck. I'm running late.
Oh.
It's clear you need Andor in order to find his partner.
And you can do that, really?
Clear that whatever this is more important than the death of 2 corporate security guards.
Don't do it. Don't give him power.
One more time, and it won't be me you're speaking to.
Okay, she shoots it down, but it's still in her head. This is a door. A door has been made here. Currently closed, but it could open again. Or he might spiral even more, knowing he just lost his... Oh, there was a smile there. What does that mean? I don't hear. All of these people scare me. Why do you have to shove? Why?
On program. That means
Shoes?
hands on head, eyes front, feet on the floor. Do it.
What? Feet on the floor? Okay. Where else would the feet be?
Zap rod. If I have to use it, you remember it. Yes?
What is with these people?
New man ready on 5-2D, requesting unit override.
Copy that. Coming up.
That's not good enough.
I feel like that we have set up. We've seen shoes.
He'll be here.
Override engaged. 5-2, you have the floor.
Other deliveries waiting.
What's happening? Something's changed. Something moved. Something's messed up.
I had to wait. They're short-handed down there. They had to pull a guy out from 4. I came as quick as I could.
Post up.
What are we hearing? What is happening? What is this place? It's so white and clean and just blinding. The architecture feels disorienting.
On program.
And everyone's just trained. Yeah.
Move. Hold your position. Step on there and stop.
So this is the factory floor. You're above them all. You can see everything. Oh, I hate this so much. This feels awful. And of course... And, okay, it's a lowering platform, yeah. Could they all not just rush the one guy that came down here? It's clearly like a pit. There's something so the guards can see them all with unrestricted view.
I said step off now. Move.
They give no time to process. There's so much emphasis on their feet on the floor. It's the floor that does it.
Level 5, room 2. The D is for day shift.
This guy's allowed to talk.
Levels of factory, 7 rooms per level, 7 tables per room, 7 men each table.
A lot of sevens.
My name is Kino Loy. I'm the 5-2D unit manager.
Andy Serkis. Okay, another big actor.
They only come to pick up the dead and bring their replacements.
What? What is this place? The dead? How many people make it out of here by completing their sentence?
Productivity is encouraged. Evaluation is constant.
So you can't really phone it in then?
Doing your job. Can you read?
Yeah.
Seen the main boxes, 1 through 7.
So how has this guy gotten some authority then? How is he allowed to like order people around?
You play against all the other tables in this room.
What? It's a competition?
As that you understand one thing most clearly.
What?
249 days left of my sentence.
Less than a year.
I'm used to seeing my room in the top 3 on the level. You will want to keep that happening. I'm sensing you understand.
Is there like a way, if the room falls apart, does that mean his sentence gets increased or something?
Don't ever slow up my line.
Okay, but like, how can he threaten him though? Like, what can he do against him? I mean, I guess it's prison, so they can do anything. Get on with it. I'm scared.
Level 5. Yeah, we've been waiting. So what do we call you? Kid. I'm Jembo.
I'm glad that he hasn't forgotten the fake name he gave. I feel like I would have been messing up. I would have called him Clam by now.
Ula, Ham. This is Melshi.
Down 10.
Is there no concern of any like backstabbing? Like, is there any concern of any backstabbing or like groups in here or gangs? Or is it just like everyone's looking out for themselves, so they just work together?
42 minutes. Come on, boys. We can rally.
They're up there laughing.
What are they even building?
In time.
Jem thinks Kino's in charge.
Hey, new guy. Prepared to fry.
What is? There's so much information in this. Saying that the guards are laughing at them. They've all lost their minds.
Hands right. Get to it, right?
What are they making though?
9 to swing, I'll be cleaning the table, so it might be a little different.
He's on the box. They're calling him.
What? Why is this so stressful?
This will be a sprint segment. 39 minutes.
What is this? Is this a game show?
The least productive table will be disciplined.
What does that mean? What does this mean? What's happening? You're the least productive table, right? There's you're being disciplined. Why being disciplined? You're trying to make things. Why wouldn't they want you making the things?
Come on, boys. Let's go, let's go.
Oh, you're not the worst producing table yet, so there's going to be someone who's like the least productive. How can they judge? How can they see everything going on? I can barely keep track of what they're making.
Come on.
Andor's still doing nothing. Is he like not accepted that he might be stuck in now? Because I kind of accepted it. You're here, get on with it. This has broken me already. Is he just waiting to see what the consequence of like falling behind is? I don't want to know what it is. Yeah, you're lost. You're broken. Great. Oh dear, what is this awful place?
Not for me.
No, I'll have hers.
What the? You just...
I was just better at pretending.
That I find hard to believe.
Sagrona.
What are we toasting?
A quick night.
I love seeing this relationship, just how she is able to put on this facade with her husband.
I need votes to stall the Emperor's latest overreach.
And let me guess, her husband doesn't care.
Oh, I don't think you're on the menu tonight, eh? The Senator is pitching politics, not charity. Saving the Empire from the Emperor.
And he doesn't like that.
The new legislation is definitely having an effect.
The rebels might have thought that over before blowing up Aldani.
I feel so bad for Mon, because this is what she's married to. He's so heavily supporting the Empire.
Feeding the galaxy, I'm off to feed myself.
Charity begins at home.
I was hoping you'd come.
Is that a slight jab at him?
I don't know, they're staffing up Imperial auditors by the week. We'll have to see where they place them.
So you can't move money.
Leader.
We've met.
Indeed.
You're here all the time now.
Learning to love Coruscant.
She's suspicious. Why?
You're drinking squigs.
Oh, I've lost my taste for it.
She's asking a lot of questions.
That's the point.
I should find Dad.
I love all the background noise. It's, again, just feels so disorienting.
So we've given up on hiding it?
How much are we worrying about?
400,000.
So it's all well and good that they trust each other, but what about capability there? How is he capable?
I always forget you're Chandran at heart.
And I always forget how sweet you are when you're looking for votes.
Come on, get those votes, get those votes. I'm kind of hoping that she does win, because we know that in the original trilogy, Palpatine dissolves the Senate. What gives him... When does he want to do that? I've been hoping that they win here, and he's kind of angry about it, and saying, oh, might as well dissolve it then so I can just get my way. Otherwise, if the Senate always votes for him, why get rid of it anyway? What is this? Were you productive? What did you do?
Keep it down!
You're starting to look more scared now, so I think you're processing a bit more. You can't run. That's his whole thing. He's always running, but now he can't. Sign language? What can you... Oh, no way! You're communicating? That is awesome! I know teeny bits of sign language, mainly just the alphabet in, I think, whatever I learned. And I forget half of that, so I've got no clue what they're talking about. But that is awesome that does it? What? I don't like this place at all. The sound is so, like, deep and ominous. It sounds like an angry AI voice. But that is so cool. They have communication. They can do something. The Empire made a mistake in giving them windows.
The Emperor's primary charge is to protect us, is it not? That's what the PORD legislation...
It's sad how bought in they are to Palpatine.
Dangerous times. Are they not?
Do you feel under threat?
Personally, here, yes.
Why?
Great risk of ingesting too much of this nourishing Chandrilan hospitality.
Oh, I hate them all. I love Mon's comebacks and how quick she is just to, I guess, question them. It's a nice little debate that they're having. And now on the floors. There's so much emphasis on the feet. Something's going to happen with the floors. Is that what electrocuted them? It's going to happen again, isn't it?
You've got 7 seconds to get to yourself.
What?
Sensors in the floor. 2 men in one cell. It's an instant fry.
What? Instant fry? Is the frying just talking about the electricity? I'm really hoping it's not like heat. So that's... Oh, I gotta admit, it's a brilliant way of controlling and like crowd control. I think how sensitive the feet are on like hot sand. This is like a nightmare.
Water, night light, toilet flips down, plate, spoon, and shaver.
No knife. Oh, I hate this so much. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, and it's just the psychological impacts. The white walls and everything being super clean, and then just providing everything you possibly need. Keeping them fueled. It's a perfect labour camp.
Top table wins flavour. Last place gets fried.
So no one even cares about trying to get out. It completely breaks you.
That is your tab.
Tab? I'm guessing like years. So how many days it's got left in there?
They doubled everyone's number last month. PORD.
What?
The Public Order Resentencing Directive.
It's been a tough month here waiting for news. Can't help but wonder what people are saying.
Did he hear much? And they're all waiting for info.
He never heard of it.
Told you. The Public Order Decree.
He doesn't know.
Don't ever look at the number. Double, triple, it doesn't matter.
Hey!
You're into it, don't want you anymore.
Enough!
So what about that guy? Is his number ever going to run out?
Those days are over.
So depressing.
I said that's enough.
You still have hope. Why? Everyone else has lost theirs. Why does he still think he'll be able to get out? Okay, now everyone herded back into their little pens.
Walk in your sleep, dear.
What?
You'll find out.
Tighten up!
Oh, that's a big concern. I would immediately get off the floor. Why are you the last one on it? Get off the floor! We left that way too late. Okay, so that's, yeah, it's electrocution. Okay, great. They don't even give walls, so if you do like sort of roll out of bed and fall on it, you're dead. There is no privacy. There's no sense of freedom. It's just claustrophobic, and it breaks your mind. It's claustrophobic, but also so bright and, I guess, clean. There's also some dingy dungeon where they torture you. They want you working. They're treating them like pure animals. The costume design in this is just brilliant for Coruscant stuff.
We should. I know. Not enough. I think I'd never leave.
Nice playing along. Good, good, good.
No, Mon became a senator at 16.
So this is where you met?
So she was another young senator like Padme.
So nice to meet you. I'm going to spend more time at this window, I promise you.
Oh, I love how they've written like the conversations. It's just so like cheery, but you can just see the facade that she's set up. And the one person that she can talk to is gone. The one person that she can be her true self with is gone. And so the smile fades. Is there a way that she can leave her husband and get with that guy? That would be nice. It's in the back of my mind. Might as well say it. Can't sleep, can't run, and there's, yep, oh, that, it's just, oh, everything about this is so awful, just watching, like, the number. They actually give you a countdown to make you go even crazier. Everything you could possibly need. What if they need the toilet? Oh, no, they've got the toilet in here, so yeah, so if they need the toilet at night, we'll just flip out. So everything you possibly need. White light, okay, and... okay, and you can stop on the floor. Really have to wonder about the success rate. What if there's an accident where, oh no, and here comes the dehumanizing part where they just washed like animals. It's gonna be a wash. Is it not even water? Is it just steam or vapor? They're treating them all like cattle. I hate this. I love the direction of this. I think it's a brilliant idea, but I just hate the thought of this. It's so dehumanizing. And then back to this, they lose all sense of time. And I see Andor actually trying now. Good. What are they making? It's confusing. It's going to be important. They're probably making something for their own suffering, isn't it? It's going to be some, like, what is it? I feel like it'd be so cool if they're making something that helps power the floor or something like that. Where it's another psychological break, where if they stop making it, they probably wouldn't get electrocuted. Because there's been nothing left to have it function. It's going to be something ironic like that.
Yeah, come on, mate.
Oh, falling behind. Oh, and yep, leader behind, watching.
Come on, guys. You got a chance of winning the shift today. Shame to waste it.
Oh, again, the switch up and acting is just brilliant. The way the way he's just dealing with people is brilliant. I absolutely hate this place so much. It's such a psychological nightmare. Back to Ferrex. Never thought it'd look so pleasant.
Oh, you're freezing.
Oh,
My mother was a whiner, and that'll cure you.
That's quite funny.
She has pain in the knee.
The doctor was here yesterday.
And Andor's not there to look after her now. Great.
I'm throwing a party.
I heard the boys had to carry you back here.
It travels fast.
Oh, at least she's happy though.
She fell trying to pry open the Aldrich's floodgate.
She really flushed them out?
No. She wanted to see if the tunnel under the hotel was still open.
Why?
So the rebellion can sneak in and take them by surprise.
I love her so much. She sounds like a crazy old lady from like this, but it's just so sweet because what we know of the truth behind it. She's trying so hard, but of course it's misguided, and I think she would be capable.
What about the daughters of Ferrex? She's a past president.
What?
Warm room somewhere.
They've tried. She's made her wishes clear.
She was the past president of Ferrex.
You really don't know where he is?
It's good. It's good you don't know. Yeah, so she was a past present, and now... Oh, you're here! Oh, great, no.
Where did you go?
Where's the big one?
I've no idea.
Okay, so what was Sintra doing then? So you're back? So what were you up to?
There's a room to rent around the corner. We have a sign up.
Can't just stay here.
I can.
Why? Why?
Could be anywhere.
This is all we have right now. What's the alternative?
You can't find him.
It's not about us.
After what we've been through.
Sintra's more dedicated to the mission than Vel is. Vel's priority is their relationship. Sintra's is the mission. Stone cold.
Who would you say you are?
Maybe I'm a rich girl running away from her family.
That's cold.
Oh, her family died from stormtroopers.
I told you up front. Struggle will always come first. We take what's left.
Divide here. Kind of good, because that means Andor can have like a chance there if these two are fighting.
I'm a mirror, Vel. You love me because I show you what you need to see.
Oh, that's kind of depressing. Doesn't love you just because she loves you. Okay, so you've gotten no information. You can't do anything. That's good, though.
Losing the hotel's not good for business.
Well, we're gonna have to call the meeting. There's got to be something we can do.
I need to look for something in the back.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
It's urgent.
You're going to try and call Luthen. Great. Okay, well, I do like that one little line, because, again, that links back to one of the previous episodes, where they were talking about the one guy that, oh, I just want to set my base up in this one random building. Turns out it's a hotel that's pretty substantial for the community and their economy, and the Empire just doesn't care. So how connected are you with Luthen, then? If you can contact him like this, what do you know? Need to look for Easter eggs. Kaya, that's her name?
Leia?
Clea. So she is the other one.
It's the shop owner on Ferrix. She's trying to find Cassian Andor. His mother is ill.
And so is he going to be happy with it?
More likely it's the ISB working her radio.
You're guessing.
And you're slipping.
And you just want him dead.
We're shutting down Ferrix. The code, the frequency, all of it. I'm thinking clearly and you're not.
What is her connection to Luthen then? Because she does feel like an equal partner, yet in the shop she's like the assistant.
The woman's name is Bix Colleen. Vel could have a look, if it's safe. They know what they're doing.
So you're actually going to make contact there?
I'm not slipping, Leia. I've just been hiding for too long.
It's all different now.
If you wanted to stop hiding, you don't have to kill Andor.
I just need you to wake up. There's a lot to do.
Okay.
Shut it down.
And now Bix has nothing, no communication. Interesting. So he isn't slipping, but he's just falling asleep a little bit. So maybe slipping is the right word. But now you have been completely shut out. And oh, that feels so helpless. I hate the position she's in. It's awful. You two separated. Oh, so Cintra is staying, and Vel obviously isn't happy with that. And you're just gonna watch. And we know Andor ain't coming back anytime soon because he's locked up in an awful prison. So yeah, he's good.
Coordinate alternatives for Segra Milo.
Calculating.
What are you up to now? Where are you leaving? I hate this prison and just how well it's designed. It is a psychological torture chamber. Oh no, don't you jump! He's gonna jump. This setup is so set up. Scream. Yeah. And what another way to absolutely torture people with... Oh, and he's just gonna be lying there all night because it's not like they can turn it off.
Tall one fell! Jumped! Oh, yeah, well, we'll be smelling him all night.
And that's all people care about. This is just a psychological torture chamber and it gets worse with each and every new thing.
About it. The other one's going to be short-handed all day tomorrow. Think about that when you get...
Don't even care about life, just caring about their work because that's what this place has conditioned them to do.
Grid disruption. 10 seconds to get on your sleeping platforms.
And the shoes, they don't have to turn it off anyway, do they? They can just collect the dead body. Oh, no, they're not even going to collect it. They're just going to leave it there. Ringing? Marva, no. What is she doing? Marva? It's going to be Marva. It seems like something that she'd do right now. No more fear controlling her.
Tell me, where is he? Where is my father?
Oh, no, not Marva. You took the guy? Why?
They took Pack in last night.
Where?
The hotel. He never came home.
Is he dead?
2 and 2, up and down, clear the lane.
And we're seeing how the Empire's breaking Ferrix too. Great. So what happened to the guy's dad? And who's ringing the bell?
Colleen!
No. Why?
Colleen.
Why?
That's your name, isn't it?
You gotta be kidding. Why?
Striking.
Get the Sorbies, run!
Get her!
Run, please. Oh, she has to leave. Can she please leave? She's already been thrown up because of the Empire. Just let her leave. Why are they already right behind her? And no one's helping. Oh, this is horrifying. Please, just keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. How does she get away? I need to know. Why'd you have to cut away? Creepy. Wait. Think I know you.
The garrison at Aldani.
Saw.
Is that you?
I was just about to ask you the same thing.
He's back.
If I had just pinched 100 million credits.
That's exactly what you do.
So he's good friends with Saw. This is the connection that Mon Mothma was lacking. What happened to Luthen?
Trying to convince me it was you, it's working.
Let's agree. It was a masterpiece.
Wow, now I'm sure.
Yep, still not admitting it.
Tired of playing behind the scenes, Luthen.
Aren't you tired of fighting with people who agree with you?
You come all this way to scold me.
Again, the back and forth is great.
Anto Krieger.
He's been probing the Imperial power station at Spellhouse. He's found a weakness in the defenses. It may take some time to work out.
Power station, is this for the next plan? You want to take down power?
You don't? I'll take them elsewhere.
I work alone.
That's what I'm trying to change.
I'm not going to put my people at risk.
This isn't going to work. It is Luthen's attempt to... It won't work, we know.
We need the Empire to help. We need them angry. We need them coming down hard.
It's still trying to make them even more angrier.
You need air support.
I'm not for hire.
Think of it. Think of Spellhouse in flames.
I mean, maybe this could work, but where on earth does Luthen go during the rest of everything?
Human cultists, galaxy partitionists. They're lost. All of them lost.
We're seeing the anger once more. Ain't gonna work, ain't gonna work.
What are you, Luthen?
Are you one of them? Are you lost as well?
What are you?
That's a good question. What is his goal at the end of all of this? Is it just to hurt the Empire?
I'm the one who says we'll die with nothing if we don't put aside our petty differences.
Petty?
It's not gonna work, it's not gonna work.
I am the only one with clarity of purpose.
Luthen didn't really say what his purpose was.
Well, anarchy is a seductive concept.
It's still purpose.
A bit of a luxury, I'd argue, to a man who's hiding in cold caves and begging for spare parts.
You don't want to insult him. Oh, is that working? Never mind.
No sale today, Luthen.
No.
Good luck with Anto Krieger.
Ah, but you're wishing you still had Andor. No, you got caught. Seriously, why? Oh, now what? Is she gonna die too? Or is the guy's dad actually dead? What happened? You're here.
She's on her way up. Would you like us to clear the room?
No.
You are alive.
I wanted to see him.
Torture. Great. Why? Okay, yeah, she's definitely the character that's meant to represent the effects of the Empire. Can she have no happiness? Is that why? As long as the Empire's here, she's going to keep representing their effects.
Get him out of here. Quickly.
You two, with...
Oh, making it look like a mistake. Oh, to try and get some sympathy. Hate this so much. Well done, Dudger.
Hello, Bix.
Everything's connecting. I'm so scared. And look, you get to go in the same chair. Oh, the psychology in this. Oh dear, I'm terrified for Bix. She can know no happiness. She is what represents the Empire's effects. As long as the Empire's here, which we know it's going to last for a while, she's always going to be suffering. And Andor just going along with it now, playing his part. Has he broken? I mean, he's not sleeping, so he still hasn't. He's not completely broken yet. But what are they making? I don't trust it. It's going to be something that powers the floor. It's going to be something ironic like that. Ending. Yep. Oh, this episode was brilliant. Okay, I think I've made my mind up now. I don't think Andor's going to be pushed into the direction of the rebellion until the end of the season, because that's where it feels like it's going. He does nothing but running, and even in this episode, when he can't run anymore, he's still not thinking about it. He's not developing towards the rebellion at all. I mean, yes, he's seeing just the terrors and the horrors of the Empire, but it's not something he can dwell on because the place is designed to not let you. There was like one moment where they could talk about things and talk about the outside, but then it got shut down because they've got to get off the floors. And then when someone dies, that's all they care about. They've lost all sense of just humanness and their humanity. I hate it so much, but I have to love just the design of it all. It is absolutely brilliant way to design a prison. It is a psychological torture chamber. The white, clean aesthetic feels disorienting. It just makes you feel like it's a fake sense of freedom. Because I think if you were shoved in a dark, dingy box, that's one thing, but you can sort of escape in your mind. You can close your eyes and pretend it's not there. This way, even when you close your eyes, it's still kind of blinding. The light will get through. Like when you stare at like a bright light and you close your eyes, you're still going to see the light there. There's not an escape anywhere in this place, not even like in your own head. It treats you like cattle. It herds you into pods. It gives you all your basic needs to make you think it's nice, but it shows you a countdown of how long you have left and will increase it at random intervals. It completely destroys you from the moment you step foot in here. I am surprised the one guy that seems to be the head of it has actually got hope that he will be able to be released. I don't think that's going to happen. What's actually the rate of when people get released? I feel like people just die and then get replaced. Does anyone actually leave this place alive? I'm very much expecting there to be some cruel irony around what they're making. It's clearly going to be something that benefits the Empire, obviously, but that feels too surface. I imagine there's going to be so much more irony around it. And they're making the same thing over either that, or it's just going to be something completely useless. That they're wasting all their time spent in prison for something completely meaningless. Like when they're released, and like say someone actually does get released, and on their way out, they get to see all the guards basically just shoving what they made into a furnace or something, just destroying it. What a way to break someone even more through this torture place, where they're basically devoting their entire lives at this point to the thing they're making. The one sense of kind of accomplishment that they can get from this, the one thing that doesn't just make them animals, and then on their way out, they just destroy it. I feel like that could be something. I don't think this is the end of the just psychological torture. I feel like there's going to be far more. I feel like the only escape was that one guy that actually just ended it. I honestly feel like he's doing better than everyone else in here at the minute, which is difficult to say for something like that. This actually truly convinces you that life is worse than death in this scenario. But yeah, then everything else that happened. So, Mon Mothma, she's dealing with things as well. I, again, love the facade that she keeps putting up. She's trying to strike down Palpatine's thing that he's trying to get through. I kind of want it to work because I think it will add backing to why Palpatine dissolved the Senate. Because if the Senate always agreed with him on everything, what point is there in getting rid of it? If he had some pushback, it would add some more weight into his decision to dissolve it. It would add some consequence. Otherwise, if there's always just like agreeing with him, the only consequence it has is that I guess people lose a voice that they never even had. If they actually had a voice and it did interrupt Palpatine and then he dissolved it, that would be more detrimental. So I kind of want Mon Mothma to be successful here, that she does shoot it down, and that's what gives Palpatine the drive to actually dissolve everything. Then we have Luthen again, who he has been up to a lot. He's been stuck in Coruscant. He's on the move now, and he met up with Saw, which is awesome to see him back, but he failed. And it makes it seem like he had the winning card with Andor. Saw is like, he's definitely a very powerful weapon, but Luthen can't get him on his side. Andor you could. Andor could be bought. Saw cannot. And I think Saw really asked something that I've been questioning for a while now. What is Luthen's purpose? Because it kind of just feels like he only wants to hurt the Empire. Yes, he wants to take it down, but how? What does he stand for? What does he actually want? Other than it just taking down, what does he plan to replace it with? What is he fighting for? We know nothing. Just that he wants to make the Empire bleed. Yes, he has a good method. He wants to make the Empire tighten the noose so people will fight back and struggle more and spark the rebellion. But is that it? What point is there in him fighting? I feel like there's so much left for us to learn about Luthen, and I can't wait to actually find out what drives this character, because he is insane just regardless. But adding some motivation and backstory to him will make him even more insane. And then we have the Imperial side of things with Serial and Dedra. So yeah, bad things going on with that. But a door has been made. Serial has a way in. It's currently closed, but I imagine they'll be in contact again. Something will happen there. Like it's been set up. I think the two would work together very well, kind of. I'm conflicted on them. I think they're both quite similar, but obviously Cyril's kind of a nutcase in general, so he probably would step on Dedra's toes quite a few times and probably try and supersede her. At the first chance he got to try and go over her head, thinking that he knows better. He is deluded in that sense. So I don't feel like their relationship is over. But now we have Dedra on Ferrix, where she's messing around with Bix and she's torturing. And again, the psychology behind it. Showing her Pax, the guy that she was torturing before, and then making it seem like, oh, well, get rid of him, take him out, don't show her this. It's brilliant at just setting up whatever she intends to do with her. It already sets her on edge. It gives her an idea of what fate could befall her. So already they don't need to torture her. She already has a fear in mind. We also have Cintra and Vel, who are still on the hunt for Andor. There we got like tension in their relationship, which could be a bad thing for them. Don't know if they'll overcome it. Cintra has basically been defined by being stone cold. That's what the one sort of line she has about her. She will do whatever the rebellion requires first and foremost. That means Vel will always come second. Vel might get the relationship which she wants after the Empire's fallen, but right now it's not going to happen. She might try, but that effort would be futile. So they have no lead. That is pretty good. No one can find him. He's stuck in prison. He's in the last place they will ever look. So that's kind of good that we know he'll be safe. At least from them. He's not really safe. But now I've got to think about how on earth this story can continue. Do we just have to wait for the 6 years to be up if they are ever up? Or like, what happens? We haven't seen Andor break yet. I feel like the next step is to see that, if he does, or how he doesn't break. But like, what opportunity is there to escape this place, if that's even an option? It doesn't feel like it can be escaped. It feels like the perfect torture chamber, prison, labor camp thing. It's the perfect way to dehumanize people, turn them into cattle, and incarcerate anyone you want. Of course, it is surprising though, because it would be very expensive. The reason our prisons are like the way they are is because they're cheap. And you just shove people in a cell, and that's it, basically. You don't want to invest a bunch of stuff into prisoners. Yeah, the Empire has done that. So maybe what they're making is important. Maybe it is important, so they are investing money into something like this to make sure their cattle are productive. So maybe what they're doing is important. Maybe it isn't just some Palpatine trip where he is trying to get joy out of torturing people like this. Well, this arc has started off in a very good place by putting Andor in a psychological torture chamber. Interesting move, and I'm very curious to see how he will develop and get out of this. The whole place is basically designed for that not to happen. It's designed to make you just become cattle, to think nothing about the productivity, to think nothing but about finishing this thing fast so you don't get punished. So you can go back to eating your tube-fed food and then watch the countdown as it just doesn't change and sometimes magically just jumps up. I really don't know how. I feel like the only thing that can do for Andor right now is just stop him running. That's what it does. Without a doubt, it stops him from running. But then how that doesn't really solve his issue. He needs to be turned around to go and help fight. Even if he gets out of this, what's stopping him from just continually running again? We still need to wait and find a point to where he will try and fight the Empire. And I don't know how he can find that here. This place, literally, it's designed so that you can't fight back. Where is he meant to get that fight from? Like, Andor's whole thing about fighting is that when someone he loves dies, that's when he gets angry and that's when he starts fighting. That's the key. Here, I doubt if he might get a bond in here, but even then, this whole place is designed so you just don't care, as we saw when someone offed themselves. He ended it and no one cared at all. They just cared, oh great, now it's going to stink throughout the night. That's all they cared about. And if Andor gets to that point, how can that be fixed? I think this episode is just amazing in just how it designs the prison, and it just leaves me so lost in what to expect from Andor and how his character can move through this, because it feels so just trapping and isolating. We also do get quite a bit on Luthen then, where he does feel a little lost. We're finally questioning what his motivation is, what his purpose is, and thankfully, Saw's the one to do it. He is so cool just to see him again, and also it adds a connection between Saw and Mon Mothma, because that's something that's always been sort of a divide there. They've never worked together, they are complete opposites. Luthen fits in between, and that does beg the question, where on earth is he when all the later stuff kicks off? So I'm having suspicions grow in my mind, but right now we get to see that their sort of attempt to recruit him did not work. Saw cannot be bought. This does a few things, and I think the main thing that sticks out to me is just show that how fortunate Luthen was to find Andor, someone as good as Andor who was willing to be bought. And actually does make Andor and Luthen feel very similar. They are not by the looks of it, they may not be ideologically driven, because when someone like that is, they cannot be bought. We saw that with the Rebel group. They didn't do anything for money. They laid down their lives for the mission. Luthen seems to believe that anything can be done through money, so maybe he isn't ideologically driven, but it could be that maybe his business ran into sort of issues when the Empire came to power, and that's why he wants them destroyed. It'd be very sort of sad to think about it that way, but it would explain why he thought he could buy Saw Gerrera. And of course he wants Saw on his side because together they would easily destroy the Empire, but he didn't even think about going about it in a different way. The best way to get Saw on board is say, oh, we have a plan to really hurt the Empire, and he'd probably jump at it. The fact that you start off by saying, oh, here's some stuff, you can get it if you do what I want, not the right solution. And then again, it also involves an ex-separatist, which of course Saw would never go with. So it really goes to show that Luthen probably does not understand Saw in the slightest, but that helped him get Andor because he just went with money, not understanding him as a character. So that could beg the question, if everything he said about Andor, seeing the fight within him, could that have just been a lie, just pretty words to get him on board? And at the end of the day, all Luthen sees as working is money. But I think I just like that this episode pointed out that we don't really know his purpose or his motivation, and I'm hoping some light will be shone on that soon, because I would really like to know. Luthen is an awesome character, and giving him some backing would make him even more great. Dedra, I'm just loving her character, I really am, and I really hate that I am as well, because she is the bad guy. She is not the one that I want to root for, but somehow I am. I think I'm rooting for her with the ISB. Outside of that, I hope she does not win. But here we got to see her interrogate Cyril, and actually shut him down, which was quite impressive because he can go on a bit. We actually get to see this pair interact, and I imagine it will be for the first time, because together they would be kind of a good combo, but also it would balance them out. Cyril would add he would add a way to have Dedra fall apart. She's insanely competent. I feel like she could win in the end of this just because she's her, but if you had Cyril on board, he could cause her downfall. So that would be the balancing act there. Well, it would also bring Cyril back into power. But yeah, then we see this military agent just dominate in Ferrix, and I'm terrified for Bix now. I feel like Dedra's gonna have her way. I'm not sure what she can, she's looking for Luthen. She's already figured out about this new mystery figure that's organizing rebellion, and she's basically found the one that sort of knows him. Bix had a conversation with him. Anyone can lead Dedra to Luthen, it's Bix. And I think I just love what she already did, having backs there for Bix to walk in on. Seeing the torture that's waiting for her is such a brilliant psychological play, because it already had such a vivid image in Bix's mind of what is awaiting her. Mon, again, I'm loving what this does for her character, and I'm actually starting to hope that maybe she'll leave her husband, but I do think there's a good chance that her family will die. I've got to think, when we see her later on, her family is never mentioned at all. She's always seen alone. So obviously something must happen with the family she has now, but this sort of opens the door for maybe a new romance or love interest where she actually has an old friend who she can trust, who'd be on her side, and it just seems like a much better relationship, honestly. She wouldn't have to hide and put on a facade. But I do really like everything we get to see from her. The writings of the conversations are brilliant. The back and forth that they have, the debate that Mon has with other senators about Palpatine, it's all so good, and I'm really hoping she does win and she does strike down his bill, I think it was, because it added a good weight to Palpatine dissolving the Senate. I'll say it again. If the Senate constantly just agrees with Palpatine, what point is there in just dissolving it? Having it actually be his last threat against his power, and then dissolving it anyway would add so much weight to it. Because right now it just feels like the Senate does whatever Palpatine wants, because he's the Emperor. If he does start getting some pushback, and that's why he dissolves it, I feel like that would be such a more powerful move there, rather than it just always agreeing with him and he just dissolving it for the sake of it. Now, Bix. I feel like everything's just going to be bad for her. This show should take place entirely within the Empire, right? Bix's character to me is basically just the representation of all the Empire's evil. And if the Empire's lasting throughout the entire show, she's going to be experiencing nothing but pain and suffering, because that is what her character's purpose is. She is meant to exemplify what the Empire does to people, and as long as it's here, she will suffer. It's the same way Marva represents hope and just the ability to fight back. Bix represents how much punishment the Empire can deal out. So I want to have hope that things will get better for her, but I feel like no matter what time we're going to see her, things are going to get even worse. First off, her boyfriend dies. She gets beaten and shoved against a wall. Then she has to run away from getting arrested, gets caught, and now is going through whatever Dedra has planned for her. By the looks of the scene she walks in on, it's not going to be good, and I doubt it's going to end there with what her character is set up to be. And I imagine this means that Dedra will probably get her way. Considering the lengths that she'll go to with what we saw with Pax, I imagine Bix will probably spill the information on Luthen, give description, give all of that, give how they contacted him. She'll give something up. She kind of has to if she doesn't want to die. I imagine Dedra would kill her. So I imagine this will be how Dedra sort of advances towards Luthen, which will be interesting. But I hate that Bix has to suffer for that to happen. And then of course I have to talk about the prison. As much as I hate it, I love how it's designed, because it is done so well. Every single aspect of it. The opening where they're surrounded by water. There's no escape, it's submerged. If anything bad happens, if they wanted to, they could flood the thing and kill all the prisoners. Only way out of here is probably a ship. Even a boat probably would get sucked into one of the whirlpools surrounding it. So already escape, just from the aerial view, seems pretty much impossible. Then when they get in, they're greeted with the no shoes thing. The floor is a masterpiece. Having that is brilliant crowd control, but also it's torturous. I'm going to talk about it like I like it, but of course I don't. I like the design of it. I like the ideas of it, as in just how they're conceptually done here. Of course, in reality, I hate this, and it's just a complete nightmare, and it's just inhuman. But the way it does what it does is brilliant. Like, it's invasive, it's harmless. If anything, you could have this prison operate entirely through the air voice. You wouldn't even need guards here. You would just need guards for delivery. Otherwise, the prisoners are basically just shuffled around like cattle as their minds slowly degrade from the psychological torture that they are put through. Like, it's basically through the architecture that they do this. There's not really a person instilling the fear or anything. The architecture is controlling their behavior and modifying it to the point where they are cattle. It's done automatically through the building and through the little voice thingy, through prompts. The lighting signify when they can and when they can't walk on things. The actual aesthetic of the building makes people just go crazy because it feels so isolated and so unnaturally clean. It makes you feel like you're not part of the actual world, that you're so just torn from it. You're in this separate space, that you're in this void, this absence from just all the impurity that comes from being in the regular world. Then when you do look at the guards stuff, you get to see, I guess, more normality, where they have the shoe stand, where they have all of that going on, but also you have their guardrail, where they are positioned above to look down at the prisoners. That's, I think, like sort of the perfect way to do that, because you basically put everyone in a pit, they have the perfect view of every single person, and it just leaves them in a good position, basically. That's it. But I will say this prison has one major fault. In the transportation tubes, from one place to the other, they have windows, and they did not account for sign language. The idea of this place is to keep people separated and isolated so they work together to just sort of work on what they're working on. Just that be their only priority. That's all they should be thinking about throughout the day. When they're in their little cells, they can look at the countdown. That's it. That's all that these prisoners are meant to do. The windows to other groups allow for sign language, and that has now become an incredibly useful tool here. It allows people to communicate across quite a large distance, and that creates connection and communication to other people. it destroys the isolation that this whole place is meant to instill very easily. And I'm really hoping that can be very useful going forward. That little corridor scene sets up so much in just a tiny part of escape. Everything else has been so isolated and so separate from everything else. That one scene allowed connection. That is their breakthrough point. That is how they can connect people and maybe start a prison uprising. But then how would they do that with the floors? There's still issues, but that is their key. That is their window, literally. Because there's windows, that's allowed them to form some kind of hope there. I cannot wait to see what else this prison is going to have in it. I doubt it's going to end here. This is another arc. I think there's another 2 episodes left for this, and I can't wait to see every part of it. I feel like an escape would be good for Andor. He's got to escape. He can't stay for 6 years, and I doubt anyone can actually leave. I feel like their sentences will always just increase. So escape kind of feels like the only option. It'll be good for Andor, and I just can't wait to see how the writer will be able to navigate these characters through this incredibly well-made trap. As for what's next, we'll be going into the bridge of the arc. I feel like the bridges have been getting better and better as the season goes on, so I'm looking forward to this one. I think the first one was kind of just, it was a bridge, it did what it needed to. Second one, you started forming the bonds, the friction between the group ended, so leaving you with episode 3 where you just did not know what thing was going to go wrong. This one, a lot has been set up, but also a lot hasn't, because it's the prison. You can't do much here, that's the point of it. It's literally meant to make you feel uneasy, where the characters are stuck. They can't do anything, they can't progress, they can't develop, because this whole place is designed for that not to happen. So the next episode I am so interested to get into now, because like, how can they navigate this? How can the writer start having the story continue when they've designed such a perfect environment for that not to happen? The only way forward is the window where they're using sign language to communicate, but how can that be used to hopefully escape this place? I don't know, I'm lost, but I can't wait to see it. You also have Dedra searching for Luthen, which I think will sort of happen. It does feel like Cyril is the villain to Andor, while Dedra would be the villain to Luthen, so it makes sense that she would start getting closer. But I'm going to hate seeing what Bix has to go through for that to actually happen. I'm going to hate that so much. We do also have Vel and Cintra, and I'm guessing that this arc is basically just going to be focusing on their relationship and their struggle through that, because they really can't do much otherwise. They're not going to find Andor because he is locked up. Literally no one knows where he is. No one can find him. So that part of their story literally can't progress, so all they can do is do their relationship and figure that out. So it'll be interesting to see what does come of that, because I do like what it adds to Cintra. Being her stone cold self, with her priority only being the rebellion, shows off what sort of would happen in a relationship during this scenario. These type of things do become more important, and it's whether or not Vel is willing to, I guess, put their relationship on hold to let this go forward, because obviously what Vel wants would supersede what Cintra wants. Their relationship would only continue after the rebellion is successful and over and done. But is Vel willing to wait that long? Can she actually wait that long? But yeah, overall, episode was absolutely incredible, and I think the main part of it, being the prison, is what makes it so good. It's a psychological torture chamber, and it's done incredibly well. The writing, perfect. It is just insane. This has got to be some of the best Star Wars I have seen. We've seen so much of it right now, and I think Andor's got to be some of the best. Like, I'm just loving that someone actually came up with this idea for the prison, because it feels like such a good trap for the characters. Normally, you can almost see foreshadowing and see little things of how characters will be able to figure out ways out. I feel like the main one is the window, but other than that, I'm completely lost. Feel like I'm locked out from what this is, because the prison is so overbearing. It feels so uncomfortable. It feels like it's drawing the audience into the trap itself, where the characters in there feel like they can't do anything, and that in turn lets the audience feel like they can't do anything. It does not feel like there is an option for them, and I can't wait to see what on earth the writer has in store for this. What on earth is the solution to get Andor out of this? I'm more invested than ever right now in this show. But yeah, aside from the prison, also love everything else it does. The development for Dedra and her mission, Cyril getting closer to connections with things, Luthen trying to understand his motivation and what he's fighting for. Seeing Saw again was awesome to see, and he just does set up a good thing for like Luthen, basically telling him that he actually is fighting for something. What is Luthen fighting for? What is it that he's after? What is it that's driving him? And then of course again, Mon Mothma, awesome as ever. Love the writing that she gets, the costumes are amazing, and I just liked seeing her side of the conflict, where she is doing something but it also feels so distant from our characters, yet it would have a very good impact on them. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments, and with that I will see you in the next one for season 1 episode 9. See ya!